In Louisville, Kentucky, they love thoroughbreds who know how to run down the stretch and get to the wire first. And certainly, they've seen plenty of them here. From Johnny Unitas to Lamar Jackson, today, the Louisville Cardinals will try to live up to that legacy. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Miami Hurricanes. Taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Louisville Cardinals. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse. And the Cardinals will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. So Miami's return man hardly helped out the offense with that one. And when you have a quarterback like this guy, the entire offense feeds off of him, David.
Everybody feeds off of his energy, and the whole playbook's open because you can trust on him. He's dependable, Palmer.
He's also one of those guys, if he gets in a good rhythm, watch out. This dude starts firing strikes.
And the Canes moving quickly to the line.
Well, it's a nice job snagging that pass. Miami has a tradition of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. I get that, but guess what? If you're going to win Heisman Trophies, you're probably throwing to very talented wide receivers. Let's not forget about all the great receivers the Hurricanes have had.
Open runway ahead. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
They're going to ride this running back. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
The Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. That's caught. It's George. And fire the completion there in the red zone and set up at the 13.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play.
Well, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Ward. Looking to the end zone. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense.
I know this defense statistically hasn't been one of the best against the pass this year, but they have had some guys banged up. They believe they've got difference makers on the back end that just need to make more plays. That DB right, one of those getting a huge.
1st down here for the offense. On the run, it's Turner. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. 6-yard pickup on flat. Down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain. Now on 1st down from the 30. He'll pull it on the read. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. And now motion. The give on the inside. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Cardinals decide to punt it away. First one of the net. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Looking for a productive play on first down. Scanning the field, it's Ward. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Hurricanes racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll give it on the jet sweep, looking for room outside. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's George. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Just a wide receiver shows motion. They'll go to the ground. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. It's out of bounds, but they give them a first and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the defense stopped him again on second and goal.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a lick that gets hit right.
And a miss. That's hit free, and fourth down is coming up. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is.
Thought that was an automatic fast. That miss by the kicker.
Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a lot of points up on the board here?
He's facing a third down and short from the 26. To throw, it's Shuck. They're trying to get to it. And this is going to be incomplete on third down. And the Cardinals will punt this one away.
This is a team right now playing with tons of confidence because of how much their defense is dominating. What they're doing is flying around making plays. They are a tough unit.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
He's got it. And the Hurricanes want to move quickly. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Of time as he fires it to the right. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
You know, as this game goes on tonight, guys, this guy has to do a better job making quick decisions. You got to work through your progression. If it's not open, throw it away or run. He took way too much time there.
Grab behind the line. It's Martinez. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it up. Picked off. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. The
The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops third and long, so that's second down by this defense.
The Cardinals will call on their punt team.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Scrimmage, they'll lose yards on that one.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Got his man downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. That kind of play is just
They're exploding it all year. Breakers, defenses just can't contain this offense.
Gonna go out on a limb and say they have a lot of him plays. Throw the ball to him. Already over 100 yards receiving.
Keep it simple, stupid. Just find this guy and get him the football. Now, if you're on defense, it's pretty obvious where this team is going with the ball.
Not much to be fatigued. A little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch. To the air on first down. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Runs through a tackle. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior. And the Canes want to pick up the tempo.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 again.
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack and creating some momentum.
Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. He's going to pass on 2nd down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. A 3rd down play to open up this quarter. Looking downfield, it's Ward. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Makes a man miss. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Air Force is currently ahead in this one, but they may need to rev up an F-16 if they want to turn this into a blowout today. They're up by 10 over Colorado State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. On the ground, it's Turner. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. They'll leave it with him. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. They'll run it from the gun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking to throw, it's Shuck. He finds his man. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. It's a reverse. Breaks the tackle. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They think there's room to run to the right here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. Oh, he missed it. No good. Guys, that field goal could loom large. Missing an opportunity to get within a touchdown. We're still sitting on a 10-point game. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. After the incompletion on 2nd down, it's 3rd and inches. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Oh, just keeps moving. Got room at the 35. Touchdown, Miami! He shed tackles right and left and housed it. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And he finished things off racing 63 yards to the end zone. And he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points, and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on it.
Finds his man in the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Now they'll try the right side. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Trying to get to it. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Cardinals will line up to punt it away.
Well, they tried to catch the defense napping. They're 3rd and short on their own side of the 50, and everyone's thinking run. They go pass, but the defense wasn't fooled, so the QB's just got to throw that one away.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Off the play fake on first down to throw. A strike downfield. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. You get a guy who can do that on the outside and is sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars, the Sunshine State.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game. And you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Taking it the other way. The 10. Touchdown, Canes. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Lining up to tack 1 more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets a block. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd down.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Complete to the 6th punt of the day. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game. So
Rhythm.
to get us
Defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches.
And it's a touchdown in the lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Conner. He wants to know when to go complete. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Cardinals will send out the punt unit.
And I tell you what, every time you throw it that direction, your coach holds his breath. Like, it was just a tip there, but he's #1 in the nation in interceptions for a reason. Breaks on the ball, sees the ball, make big plays. Be careful throwing that direction.
He'll start this drive firing. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch. He had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Wide out in motion. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, going up top. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Canes will try to pin them back with the punt.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in 3rd and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
He's looking to throw it. Got it set up on the outside. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Looking for a man. It's Shuck. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. After the misconnection, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. That receiver wore that one. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Cardinals will punt it away on 4th down. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll give it to the back. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. Obliterates him, still on the move. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Louisville for a fun first half than you? These two defenses have really been up to the task so far, and it's hard to ignore how each of these two secondaries have impacted things. They've stayed true to their assignments, covering each receiver like a blanket. And you know what else they've done? They've wrapped up and tackled. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium.
The Canes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive of the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time, the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior. The Cardinals have this offense rolling. To the air, it's Shuck. Out of the backfield, he's open. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back. A third and long coming up here. Looking to throw it again. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Cardinals will bring the punt team onto the field. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. From the gun, the ground game. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback pulled up 2 and sacked at the 12.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got an open man. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. The Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Arroyo. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. They have a 1st down at the 41-yard line. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the 1st down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to go good.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He he had no shot.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Ward. Feeling some heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And finally, you're seeing some life from the defense. They've been struggling all game long up to this point, but back-to-back sacks on 2 consecutive plays, they're at least still trying to fight back in this game.
And the Hurricanes decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That thing goes straight up like a rocket. Tell the blimp guys to look out. And the returner is stopped. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. The Cardinals get enough for the 1st down. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Bell. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Shut down and shut out in the 1st half, but finally this offense trying to put something together. He breaks a tackle.
This offense is really going to try to keep the defense on their heels in the run game by doing it with different guys. It'll be running backs, it'll be quarterbacks. They may even try to get receivers involved in the jet sweep game, reverse game as well. But a nice play there.
Using the spin move. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Bell. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Cardinals have pushed it inside the 20.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Makes the quick grab. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. You love to deliver a punch on the first play of the drive. They've got it at the 46 on 1st down. On the run, it's Ward. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Now they'll run the draw. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense brings up a 4.
Missed an assignment.
Anyway, down, but
Working the route, was able to locate the
quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at second down.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like
Down. This playoff race, we'll see as we start the fourth. They'll try the run. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Canes will punt this one away.
What a great play by the linebacker. Did you talk about filling a hole? Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. After the misfire, it's second down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
To the air, it's Shuck. He uncorks one deep. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Pressure coming. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back. The offense set for a first down play.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again.
Second down.
Leaves it with the running back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They'll turn to Martinez. At the 35, he's loose. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football and imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Off the RPO, complete. They'll give him a couple. That leaves them with 3rd and 8. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. The RPO, it's complete. And he was knocked down immediately, showing the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. It is good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. He'll come out throwing on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Bell. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Finds his tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Here comes the offense on 2nd down.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Back to pass, it's shut. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Gets it out fast. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. The Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Movement here from the tight end. The give to the tailback. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. And the Cardinals will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. 3rd and goal coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Louisville.
Nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Georgia Tech has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside Bobby Dodd Stadium. They're up by 4 over Notre Dame. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Got his man quickly. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. After the strong run on 2nd down, 3rd down coming. Do they do it again? Williams looking for a man. Quickly complete. And he breaks into the open. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
Man, it's go time for this defense now. I mean, you're down by a couple scores, and they're still making big plays. You got to find a way to get a stop, create a turnover, switch the momentum to your side quickly.
A 1st down run in the red zone. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. On 2nd and goal, they believe he's got a nose for the goal line. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Just trucks through it. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponents.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Second down after that incompletion. Back to throw, it's Shuck. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Now on second down. The aerial assault continues. Fires the pass, intercepted. Trying to take it back. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! They extend this fourth-quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And, man, the offense has the lead, has the football. All you got to do is run the clock out, maybe be conservative, run the football. They chose to throw, and the defense makes them pay.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
This is a third and long. Wants to throw. It's Shuck. Pocket starts to collapse. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.